Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning, my dear masters. Welcome to day 11, the last day of our breath by breath journey to inner stillness session being presented by Pyramid Valley International. I hope my audio is good. Yes, wonderful. So thank you for being in this July journey for the last 10 days. I'd request everybody to stay back till 7:30, though it's the last day. There is an important topic that we will cover today, as well as some instructions for those people who have come in new on what to do every day or the subsequent days. So we've been through a fantastic journey of learning, discovering, rediscovering our breath. We've learned a lot of things, a lot of tools, a lot of practices. And we've learned about conscious breathing. We've learned about meditation. We learned a lot of topics. But the key to effective meditation, as we keep reiterating every time, is right breathing, your natural breath cycle. Conscious breathing. Right breathing is your abdominal breathing, natural breath cycle. During meditation, the observation of the breath, we just observe our normal, natural breath. Conscious breathing, be conscious of, be mindful of all that happens in your breath. We saw the sensations near the nose, we saw the breath cycle, we observed the feelings in our body, we observe the thoughts. That is all needs to be done. And more importantly, non-judgmental breathing. No analysis of thoughts, no analysis of results, no analysis of experiences. These three, anytime you are not feeling good, that means we've not followed one of these three key things. And yesterday, we said, we looked at the different states of meditation. What happens as you go, what happens next? Yeah, I'm focusing on my breath. I am breathing. I'm continuously focusing the attention on my breath. What next? Next is flow of energy across your body. You will feel. What next? You will feel that happiness, the joy of that energies. What next? You will feel after the joy comes down, you feel that peace, that equanimity. After that, what happens? You will get into completely deeper states, empty mind or absorption states, the samadhi states, or the higher jhanas, as Buddhist literature talks about. You will get there. But what is needed is absolutely consistent practice. Patriji says, everyone can become a Pandit Ravi Shankar. Anyone can become a Bismillah Khan, Pandit Bismillah Khan. But what is needed is regular practice, consistent practice. You see the singers, you see the sports people, you see the professionals, the kind of hard work, the kind of practice that they put in is what is needed for our net practice as well. All right. And then we have all these baked into our process, focusing, following, flowing. So you know everything. It's a question of just practice. And for the key ingredients for a practice that is pleasant, as we say, we always be curious, accepting things. Today's meditation was bad, so be it. Let's not fight it. I don't want yesterday's meditation, right? And then letting go of things, letting go of thoughts, letting go of striving to be that particular state, and absolute non-striving. A lot of Buddhist books talk about it. The moment you're trying to put in big effort, nothing happens. The moment you stop putting effort, a lot of us would have felt, right, last 5 minutes, last 10 minutes, that is when you let go and then get into that state. Trust the process, trust the results. And every day we spoke about one key benefit of breathfulness. It heals. It makes you aware of your emotions, right? We will talk a little bit more about all the benefits in one of the slides later today. So all those benefits will come. You have to trust the process because it's a 2,500-year-old practice and there is a science behind it. So what is needed is patience, not judging. What is this? Nothing's happening. Somebody else might come, somebody is happening. So nothing. So it will work, provided it's a question of taking individual responsibility and practice. That is all you need to do. All concepts are background. What is important is the practice. We'll reinforce some of these a bit more in our session today. So for today, let's dive into our meditation practice. The same thing, we will do 5 minutes of relaxation, equal breathing, 15 minutes of focusing your awareness at the nose, 15 minutes of following your breath, and 10 minutes of flowing, so observing your breath flowing through your body, and then 2-3 minutes of appreciation. With that, my dear friends, you know the posture, you know the steps. So let's get into a wonderful practice of breathfulness meditation for the next 45 minutes. So please get into the posture. Remove your spectacles, clasp your hands, cross your feet at your ankle, relax your body, close your eyes, keep your back straight, your neck, head, and shoulders straight and relaxed. The next 45 minutes, we are with our breath, nothing else. Slowly bring your awareness to your nose and do conscious, equal, long inhale and long exhale. See if you have increased your count of your inhale and exhale. Continue to do equal breathing. Be aware of the movements in your abdomen. Be conscious of your counting. And be conscious of your equal inhale and exhale. Feel your body relaxed. Feel your mind calming down. Now, let's move into the observation of our breath stage. Bring your attention to your nose. Let go of your equal breathing. And start observing your normal inhale and exhale at the entrance to your nose. Let's build our concentration, our attention on each and every breath. Feel the way your focus has improved since day one. Or any of you still bothered by thoughts and other distractions, you can use any of the techniques that we know. Counting, labeling, or connecting. Just be with your breath at the entrance to your nose, my dear friends. Feel every inhale, every exhale. just you and your breath at your nose. Do not engage with any thoughts, any other distractions. All that can wait for the next hour. Seven more minutes of focusing on your breath at your nose. Feel the joy in noticing each and every breath. Continue to be with your breath. Continue to be the gatekeeper of your breath at your nose. No analysis, no thoughts. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now expand your awareness to your breath cycle and follow your breath as your breath travels from your nostrils to the inside of your nose, your windpipe, your lungs, and back out of your nostrils. Follow the path, follow the movements and sensations as you breathe in and breathe out normally. Observe the movements in your stomach, in your chest, sensations in your throat, and any sensations in your nose as your breath travels this path every moment. 15 minutes of following your breath. Do not engage in thoughts. Do not engage in analysis. Just you observing how your breath is flowing. Excellent. Continue to be with your breath, my dear friends. 10 more minutes of following your beautiful whole breath. Be with your breath, nothing else. Five more minutes of following your breath. Continue to observe your full, beautiful breath. Follow your breath as it travels from your nose into your body and out of your body through your nose. not allow your attention to go anywhere else. Just observing your full natural breathing. Continue to follow your breath. 2 more minutes of following your breath. Wonderful. Now, my dear friends, slowly expand your awareness to your entire body. Continue to be observing your every breath, but feel the sensations due to your breathing across your body. Feel the energy flows. Be open to the pains, the sensations, the stiffness across your body while you maintain a relaxed, straight posture. The next 10 minutes become your breath. Feel your awareness, feel your prana flowing through your entire body. Breathe with your whole body. Do not alter your breathing. Stay anchored in your breathing, but be aware of your entire body. Wonderful. Last 5 minutes. Continue to be with your breath. Feel your whole body breathing. Avoid thoughts and distraction. Last 3 minutes, my dear friends. No analysis, no thoughts. Just be conscious of your breath and your body breathing. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now let's move into the appreciation part. Slowly bring your awareness to your heart region. Feel the emotion or the feeling of gratitude. Recall your experience of today's breathfulness session. Express gratitude to whatever be the experience. Feel grateful to yourself for continuously being on this program for the last 11 days. Be thankful for the self-discipline we cultivated over the last 11 days. Be thankful for all the people who helped you be part of this program for the last 11 days. Slowly, now recall 3 things from the last 24 hours that you want to be thankful for and grateful for. Bring the memory of the thing, person, or event into your mind and say thank you in your mind. As we know, anything that we are thankful for grows. That is the law of abundance. Next, Express your deep gratitude to the environment, to the societies we live in, to all the people and gadgets that support us in living a life of meaning and purpose and wisdom. With that, my dear friends, let's close today's breathfulness session. Bring your awareness to your body. Become aware of your room. Bring your awareness to your palms. Unclasp your palms. Place your palms on your eyes for a few seconds and open when you're ready. I hope it was another day of empowered breathfulness session for each one of you. I hope some of you practiced this session without the instructions and the music over the last 11 days. Yesterday, I had a specific mention of it. If you have any questions on the practice, any questions on addressing some of the issues as you practice breathfulness, we'll take it up during our Q&A. So before we get into the topic for today and instructions on the next steps, I just want to quickly talk a few things about quickly on the special gratitude to the entire Pyramid Valley team, especially people like Kamal, who is our digital marketing person, who used to be downloading the videos and uploading the videos on YouTube channel, and also was responsible for all the marketing work that he did. And our Pyramid Valley faculty team, Sharani Madam, Mansha Madam, and Shankar sir, who began taking Kannada sessions. So there's a lot of team, there's a big team that's happening, and thanks to all the team, and thanks to, as usual, I pay my gratitude to the electricity and Wi-Fi that allowed us to continue this session every day. In fact, yesterday, one of my Wi-Fi routers did not work, and thankfully, I have a second one that I use for work. So we were able to use that. And thanks to all of you. I know I did make a big thing about keeping your videos on, and it's so amazing to see so many people meditating in the right posture without movement, right? That gives us additional energies to each one of us. So thank you for doing it. And here's a quick look at the Pyramid Valley website. If some of you have not visited, so please do visit. The URL is very simple, pyramidvalley.org. So you have a whole host of things, a lot of upcoming programs. In fact, tomorrow is August 1st. We have the full moon meditation. You can go to Pyramid Valley YouTube. If you're away from Bangalore, you can go to YouTube and then join in the live session that happens. If you are in Bangalore, I would urge you to come over to Pyramid Valley, spend the night there. So there is a meditation from the evening 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. And I think tomorrow we have Pari Patri Madam also do a session, guided meditation session with us. So doing music meditation inside the pyramid is absolutely awesome. So you'll have to experience the vibrations in there. And then for those of you who want to continue joining a group of meditators from tomorrow evening, August 1st to 21st, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST, so you can join in. So they will, Shalini and Chandu, so they're conducting the session. So they will be able to provide some instructions, some answering your questions. But nowadays, it's a 1 hour of group meditation. You can meditate with the group. And then we have the stillness retreat. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be doing the English part of the stillness retreat from August 22nd to 28th. You can find more details on the page. Anyone wanting to go into anyone struggling to get into a concentration, mode of concentration, understanding it, the stillness retreat will help. And anyone who want to progress more into deeper, want to spend more time in silence, more time in meditation, the retreat will help. And then we have several more. There is Shreyans Daga's 5-day retreat coming up in August. And then in September, we have Chandra Pulamarasati session coming up, the advanced meditation retreat in September. And then in October, for some of you, those of you who are from Maharashtra, Sri Brahmarshi Kulkarni sir and Brahmarshi Joshi sir are conducting a stillness retreat. We're doing the same format, but it's going to be in Marathi. All right, so feel free to look up these sessions. And there is also this programs part, which will list out all the sessions. And then, as I told you, Pyramid Valley is a non-profit organization, and we pretty much run on donations and income that we get with the room bookings. So there is an option for you to donate online. We have a Nityanadana Seva that provides free food to all the people visiting Pyramid Valley. Entrance is free food to all people visiting Pyramid Valley during the visiting hours, and all residents. It also provides free breakfast, lunch, and dinner to all the residents. There's a lot of work that we keep enhancing the experience in the pyramid. You can donate for that. Or we also have a Goshala. You can visit and meditate in the Goshala, feel the energies of the sacred cows. And there is a donation that you can make to the Goshala as well. All right. So pyramidvalley.org. I'll share my email also in a minute. And so again, thank you to all of you and all the team that helped us put this program together and conduct this program, and all the forces of nature that allowed us to meet every day for the last 11 days. The next Breath by Breath will be from September 20th to 30th, and the registrations will open on September 1st at the Pyramid Valley site. You'll find it, right? The idea is to alternate every month with an online Breath by Breath session where you learn it, and then subsequent month there will be a 7-day stillness retreat where you can come and get to the next level of meditation. So with that, let's dive into today's topic and then subsequent instructions. Please have your questions ready on the practice. All right, so the audio is fine, right? Yes, very good. Yeah, and thanks to the audio and the music as well. So one of the last benefits that I want to talk about today, we spoke about how breathfulness helps a lot of things. And breath helps rediscover our true nature. What is our true nature? Who are you? What is our true nature? Who are we? So before talking about a few slides, I'd want to play a video. Some of you may be aware. So this was when a youngster, an young individual, I think of 12 or 13 years, as he was walking through a forest, an aged man asked him, "Who are you?" And this person, who later came to be known as Adi Shankaracharya, recited Nirvana Shatakam. Some of you may be aware of it, right? So recited Nirvana Shatakam to tell who he was. And then later, listening to it, I think the person who asked the question became his guru as well. So let's watch this video. And what I would urge is just look at the lyrics. Let's look at the meaning of the lyrics that comes in English at the bottom, right? And that is pretty much the answer to the question, who are we? Right? It's a 4.5-minute video. So let's Pay attention to the English meaning of each of the letters.
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Manobodhyam Karachitaninaam Nachashrodra Jive Nachagana Netre Nachavyoma Bhumi Natejo Navayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Nachaprana Sagno Navapanchavayu Navasaptadatu Navapanchakosha Navapanipadam Nachapastapayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Namedveshanago Namelobamo Madone Vamene Vamatsarya Bhava Natharmo Nacharto Nakamo Namoksha Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Na punyam na papam na sakyam na dukkam Na mantro na tirtam na meda na yagna Aham bhojanam neva bhojam na bhokta Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Namrotyur na Shanka Namejati Veda Pitane Vamene Vamatana Janma Nabandhur Namitram Gurune Vashishya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Aham Nirvikalpo Nirakara Rupo Vibhurvyapya Sarvatra Sarvendriyani Sadam me sama
So, my dear friends, we are not the mind, we are not the intellect, we are not the ego, we are not the fear, we are not the emotions that we carry, we are not the body, we are not the breath, we are not the prana, we are not any of those kleshas, we are not just the five elements, we are not death, we are not birth, we are not the nature, the physical nature. We are not the mantras, we are not the concepts, we are not the ideas. Who are we? We are pure consciousness. And the Shivam is there, it's more about, it's not about the figure or the form of Shiva. It's about consciousness. Shivam is a formless consciousness. So everyone refer to that consciousness by different names, but nevertheless, it is consciousness that's making you read the sentences, the consciousness that making you hear what I speak. It's consciousness, that consciousness behind your visuals, your movement, and your interactions. So each one of us that are that supreme consciousness. And we are not the mind, not the body, not the speech, not what we eat, or not the person who enjoys the food, right? Not the food. So we are the observer and the witness of everything that is happening in the present moment. That is all we are. And unfortunately, we go through this cycle of birth and death to go through the experience that we wanted to live as we rediscover our original consciousness. So, my dear friends, breathfulness teaches you as we kind of went from breath to breath, right? What did we initially talk about? We talked about mindfulness, awareness. So what is consciousness? So putting it into words that we understand, consciousness is nothing but the state of being aware of an external object or something within oneself, thoughts, feelings, memories, or sensations, by knowing that you are not them. That is non-attachment, non-identification. And what have we been doing the last 11 days? We've been trying to become aware. We've been trying to become aware of external sounds and not just trying to bring our awareness inside. We've been becoming aware of our breath, our body, our feelings, our memories, our thoughts, our sensations. We are enhancing, increasing our level of consciousness, level of conscious awareness. And again, we are not identifying with the thoughts. We are not getting identified with the sensations. So letting go of them, letting go of them. That is what we spoke about yesterday as well. One of the truths is about non-attachment. So consciousness is that feeling, is that just like the electric current that powers our lights, electric current that powers our device, it is invisible, but that is the one that powers it. So similarly, consciousness is that. And when we are aware of our infinite consciousness, which has all the intelligence, all the love, all the harmony, all the compassion that it has, there's nothing else that we need. So through every spiritual practice, we are letting go of a lot of things, just like the clouds that cover the sky, right? So we're letting go of a lot of things that cloud our consciousness. And the state of our consciousness depends on your energy level. It depends on whatever level of energy you are. And there is this wonderful chart from David Hawkins, whose very powerful book was called Power versus Force. And you can map it to our chakra model also, the chakra framework. So we operate at different levels of energy, at the different points in our life and across different lifetimes. If you look at it, most of the time, when we are besieged by negative thoughts, we are besieged by things of the material world and ego. So we operate from these lower frequencies. So David Hawkins did kinesthetics test. It's basically raising your hand and then pushing it. So based on the emotion that a person has, is measured and then put some ratings on this log scale, the numbers that you see, right? And we also spoke about how the lower emotions are more about lower frequency and emotions of gratitude and lower of higher frequency. That's exactly what you see in this chart. So someone has measured it. So most of the time we operate here from our ego or identity consciousness level. We operate in grief, apathy, fear, anger, most of the kleshas that we spoke about, right? So when we are stuck in negative emotion, we are out of zone. We are never conscious, we are unaware. But over the last 11 days and a lot of people who've been practicing some of the spiritual practices for a long time, they slowly get some glimpses into level 1, which is the zone. So this is when we are run by our subconscious, and this is when we are run by our intellect, right? We are very rational. We know exactly what to do. So we are conscious, right? We are a lot more mindful, but we are still in the material world. We see success, we see happiness, we see joy coming from things out there. So if I have that, I will be happy, right? So we are in that loop of have, do, and be. I have money, I have knowledge, I need to have a house, right? And then I will be able to do things well, and then I'll be happy. That's called the have, do, be loop, right? But then as we move up this ladder of consciousness, we start moving into a be, have, be, do, and have, right? So you start being the person that you want to. You start being the things that you want to do. So you start feeling what it is. That is kind of the power of manifestation, right? You start being. The being creates whatever, attracts whatever you need. So my dear friends, so as we continue our practice of meditation and then breath mindfulness meditation, our consciousness levels improves, our awareness levels improves. We are able to forgive things now that we were able to not forgive a few months ago, right? And then as you say, we practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of energy. Even if someone is not able to practice breath mindfulness meditation, just a practice of gratitude, just 5-finger exercise, 5 things that you are grateful for every day will make an impact. So please practice that. So this is the level that we operate when we are at rational thinking, rational work. And then this is the level that we operate when we are absolutely being one. And as you know, this is a level of where the yogis used to call it as nishkam karma. You don't need to put in a lot of effort to get things done. Things happen automatically. Things happen by synchronicity, by meaningful coincidences. Magical things happen, right? So all we need to do is just raise awareness, go beyond our mind. Patriji says, when you are with your, so there are 3 levels. There is Buddhu, who doesn't use his mind well, is below the level of intellect. There is Buddhi, someone who uses his Buddhi well, right? And then there is Buddha, who goes beyond the Buddhi, beyond the intellect. And that is what is being with soul consciousness, right? And all our behavior arises from levels of one consciousness. For example, when we are at the ego or identity conscious level, we are always acting out of fear, acting out of desire, acting out of grief. Whereas when we are at a higher level, we are acting in the present moment. We know what needs to be done. A leads to B for a cause and effect. But then we cannot get lost. Then as we move our awareness a bit more up, we are acting from a place of gratitude, from a place of love, from a place of understanding. And this is another framework on the right-hand side you see, right? So there are phases during our initial lifetimes and initial stages where we think life happens to me. Oh my God, why am I the only one always getting into trouble? You feel victimized. Everyone else is feeling happy. And it is whatever is my state, my unhappy state, it's because of something out there, because of some person out there. And we feel only someone else or something else has the power to change. So that's a state of consciousness where life happens to me. Whatever I do, things are happening to me, I don't have control. But then as we enhance our awareness, enhance our consciousness, then we get into this intellectual mode We think we have control over everything. We are the masters of your life. We make things happen because I did that. There is still a sense of egocentricity, but things are happening. I can do things. I can make things happen. So you are highly driven, highly motivated. This is what our corporate people want. We want very highly motivated individuals who can make things happen, who can turn things magical. But then the secret of effortless action, Nishkam Karma, is the top layer, which is life happens through me. We are here for a reason, a higher purpose. And as long as I am in touch with my consciousness and awareness, things happen through me. A lot of times, I mean, I keep saying even pyramid where some of these functions, some of these programs, it just happens. We just get a thought, we just get an idea, we implement it, and then it's helping people. We don't go through an elaborate planning exercise, right? So life happens to me. Again, all these frameworks are available on the web, so you should be able to go and look at. So how does breathfulness help? How does breath being with your breath help? So as we kept listening to what I've been saying, right? So breathfulness expands awareness and deepens your attention in the present moment, which is what is mindfulness. The moment you are fully aware in your present moment, automatically you are getting rid of your past and future, your worries, your kleshas, your ego, right? And when you are in the present moment, you are connected to your consciousness. Things happen the way as it has to happen to you, right? Depending on your past samskaras and your life design, all right? So breathfulness, continuous practice of breathfulness brings a lot of things, lot of these benefits in everyday life. First thing we saw, it calms the mind. It calms the mind, some of us have noticed. Then some of you already mentioned that in the WhatsApp group, it starts the process of healing, which we saw our body when it is in the parasympathetic nervous system. When you are with your conscious breath, then healing happens. Sleep improves, pains disappear, digestion improves, immunity improves, a lot of things. Physical healing, mental healing happens because your mind is calmed down. Then yesterday, 2-3 days ago, we saw how the power of breathfulness meditation goes in and cleanses the harmful imprints that we have in our mind, emotional cleansing. You lose the fear that you had of some person or something. You lose the craving for something, right? So you don't feel as bad as you felt when someone passed a remark. That is because you are not acting from that ego consciousness. So emotional cleansing happens. That is where sweating and all those physical, that also kind of shows up in a lot of emotional behavior that you'll have in the initial phases, right? And then we're able to see things as they are. We are in the present moment, right? Earlier, we used to be wearing colored glasses, black, blue, depending on my programming, my beliefs. Whereas now I'm able to see things that when someone tells something, my mind doesn't narrate a story. Oh, this is what he said. This is what it means to you. So all those chatter stops and you're able to see things as they are. If someone makes something bad or good, you see things as they are without the judgment, right? Heightened awareness, synchronicities start happening, meaningful coherences start happening. And then we start experiencing and expressing and working through our intuition. We feel what is intuition. Intuition is basically listening to your heart, listening to your feeling when you make decisions. And I personally used the power of intuition and benefited from that in several of my corporate decisions when I was working in the corporate field, right? So there are situations where you feel things are bad, though the math will tell you everything is fine. So you step away. So that requires trust, that requires confidence in you. So that happens as we let go of the baggage we have in our mind. And then, like we spoke yesterday, it reduces our degree of feeling annoyed by things. There is stillness, equanimity, non-attachment, right? So if some things happen, that's okay. Something doesn't happen, that is okay. If I am getting my coffee on time, that's okay. If I don't have my coffee on time, that's okay. If my grandchildren, this is one of the statements from one of the stillness retreat participants. If my grandchildren have pizza and burger, I don't feel annoyed. I shouldn't feel annoyed. So you'll have to get to that state. Stillness is a state of mind. It's called indistractability. The state of mind where you are absolutely not distracted by anything that happens. Anything good, anything bad. Again, all those are driven into the kleshas, right? And then finally, the goal of all spirituality, when we talk about enlightenment, spiritual realization, is about feeling of oneness. That is where love, compassion, gratitude, you feel the other person not being separate. Most of our suffering is because we feel our body is separate than us. And that is why we feel that pain. So anytime you separate things, there is a notion of separation. You need to put some force or pressure to bring things into one. Whereas the feeling of oneness means you are one. There is a temporary deviation from that energy. So my dear friends, all this are yours. All these are ours, provided we have a continuous practice of meditation. This all will not happen in 1 or 2 days, right? Or in 10 days or 11 days. In 10 days or 11 days, a lot of people would have seen benefits in the first 3. Some of you may who have been meditating for a long time would have been seeing other benefits. But then all these are there. Now we know the tools, we know the techniques, we know the benefits, we know the science behind it. And what is needed is consistent, committed, courageous, confident practice. Courage. What do you need courage for? You need courage to fight your demons. Okay, 11 days are over. Today, that's okay. 2 days break is fine. And then the 2 days break becomes a 200-day break, right? So we have the science and knowledge in our kitty. It's for us to use, and no one else can make you do that except yourself. And lastly, here are for those of you who are new to this practice, here is what we recommend. Daily practices, daily sit in meditation, this breathfulness meditation. You know the procedure, you know the posture, you know the steps. So you can use the earlier recordings. You can do it with music or without music. Set an alarm for 1 hour and just go through it. And again, no specific sequence of steps. Start with focusing. After a while, once you become full concentration on your breath, move your awareness to your breathing and flowing. Just observing your breathing, every breath is the goal. Do not be bothered about the steps, but equal breathing or square breathing just before you start your practice will help you settle down faster. And please end it with a gratitude. The second step, as I said, 5-finger gratitude exercise. 5 things you are thankful for in the past 24 hours. Could be very small, could be very big, very important. And then try reflecting. You know, you all have a journal or a notebook. We did several exercises over the last 11 days. You can redo those exercises, right? Or you can start reflecting back on what happened during the day. Why did you feel? You don't write the tasks. It's not a task list. It's about your inner feeling to events that happened during the day. And one mindfulness, minimum 1 mindfulness practice. You can practice all these mindfully. So mindful eating, mindful walking, mindful brushing. When we are brushing or bathing, right? We are totally lost. Be conscious of what you're doing. Mindful listening. Someone is talking to you. All your awareness should be on that person in the present moment, right? So not that, okay, someone is speaking to you. Oh my God, why is he speaking? That is judgment. Oh my God, when is he going to leave me? Right? And when is it going to stop? So all that is chatter in your mind. For those of you who are having extra outdoor activities like gardening, cooking, playing with your kids, that is something I've observed when I do it with my kids. When you are playing with someone, right, be it an elder or younger, try and focus your full attention on that particular activity. That is meditation. You are being in the present moment. You're fully aware of what is happening, right? Your kids or the other person will love you do it. So my dear friends, these are the daily practices. Having said that, you can also, one suggestion is you also need to go through Swadhyaya, read through books, the wisdom. There are a lot of videos on Pyramid Valley channel, a lot of PMC channels, there are a lot of videos. And I will share a list of books that I keep referring to in my sessions. I will share it on the WhatsApp group. And nevertheless, anytime you have any question on the practice of breathfulness is important. All the concepts, all the framework that we saw, there are tons of them, tons of meditation courses that teach you. all that is only to motivate you. But then the practice of breathfulness that we learned, please practice. And anytime you have any question, you can reach out to me directly on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is there on the WhatsApp group. But please ping me individually, and sometimes I'll take time to respond. And my email, saikesagar@pyramidvalley.org. Please feel free to share your thoughts. But I would definitely want each and every one of you to get into a continuous practice. Right? Nothing less, nothing more. All right. So with that, my dear friends, it's been a pleasure, honor, and privilege to be helping you in your inner journey to your inner stillness through the breath. All we do at Pyramid Valley is share the wisdom that we've learned, that we practiced. Right. And thanks very much for all the wonderful appreciative comments that you mentioned in the WhatsApp group. And again, it is not me. It is a consciousness behind each one of us that's allowing us to connect and express what we have. All right. So with that, any specific questions on the practice, we are open for at least a few more minutes. Anyone wants to share your experiences, please do so. But from tomorrow onwards, continue to do the regular practice of meditation every day. All right. And then just breathfulness. As I said, the alternatives to that is just being conscious of your breath, gratitude, exercise. All these are ultimately the goal is to elevate your energy, right? From the level of your ego or identity consciousness to the level of soul consciousness or our universal consciousness, right? So that is the goal. With that, thanks for all your time. And really thank you for all the people who switched on their videos. It helps a lot because I might have discovered talking to a blank screen of pictures and capital letters isn't all that enjoyable, right? So it was wonderful, and also wonderful seeing you meditate as you were sitting so still and straight. So wonderful. Thank you, and we'll take questions. Let me unmute. All right, so if you have your video switched on, you can raise your hand and we can allow you to share and ask questions. Or if you have questions on the chat window, let me open the chat window quickly. Yes, Mr. Sayantan, I see you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, first of all, express my heartfelt gratitude for the sessions, not just this breath by breath session, but for the last few years, even during lockdown from the Pyramid Valley International, we used to have a lot of online sessions. Tremendous gratitude to what the organization is doing, sir. So one of the main core messages of the Pyramid Valley International is the meditating under a pyramid, the effects, the great strengths of meditating under a pyramid. Now, in this particular Anapanasati sessions, in this particular breath by breath sessions, we were told never to visualize, just to be with the breath. But what if we visualize, and I've tried it a few times also, what if we visualize we are sitting under a pyramid and focus on a breath? Is that a correct way?
See, if that's working for, that is not needed, but it's working for you, that is okay, right? If that is working for you, it is okay, but it's not needed. The whole idea of pyramid energy or sitting under a pyramid, right? You can visualize it again. Once you close your eyes, you don't really feel, you don't really see why you're under a pyramid. But if you visualize or sitting under a pyramid, it allows freer flow of cosmic energy through our body, right? So that is the whole idea of, there's a whole field of sacred geometry that explains all that. So yes, you can sit under a pyramid, you can visualize it for the first few minutes and then feel that you are in the pyramid. But then as you proceed in your meditation, the only awareness should be your breath, your body, your sensations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This Ashokji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Our deep gratitude, sir. A wonderful sessions and very precise and very focused practice wisdom you have given us, sir. and our gratitude to Pyramid Valley who have supported it. And I want that link, if we can get that link of this video clip which you have shown today, Shankaracharya. So we will be very happy. And I have understood when one gets distracted, the practice of counting and labeling and arousing, and I have not understood connected. What is connected? This thing.
Yeah, so connecting is the process of connecting the different parts of your in-breath and out-breath, sir. So
Okay.
start of your inhale, end of your inhale, start of your exhale, end of your exhale. You keep connecting it in a loop.
Cycle that. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Nice to see
Sir,
you on this
whenever I
program.
come to Bengaluru, I'll meet you, sir, personally.
Definitely, we'll catch up at Pyramid Valley. Again, it's again an open invitation to each and every one of you to please do visit Pyramid Valley at some point. And thank you, sir, for the feedback and observations. Looking forward to seeing you soon at Pyramid Valley. Yes, Shiva Prakash, sir.
Good morning, sir. I'm very much happy
Morning.
to attend.
Your audio is a bit low. Yes, please go ahead, Shiva Prakash, sir.
Good morning, sir. I'm very much happy to attend this session, and I've been attended earlier also your session. The long 2 sessions I've attended. Really, it is amazing, and from each and every class, I learn much more things, and I'm practicing what the Pyramid Valley teaches. And when Patraji was there, also I've been attended this session also, and I'm greatly inspired by this. I want to ask one question, sir. If I want to become, in future, I want to become a teacher, what is the role and responsibilities? How to become a teacher, sir, in this Pyramid Valley?
So the one thing is, yeah, so as we've been practicing some of the sessions, okay, there are some teacher training courses that are being conducted by Pyramid Spiritual Sessions Academy and Pyramid Spiritual, I think Global also conducts some teacher training academy. So teacher training courses, you can become part of it. And then once you learn the basics, once you become part of that, once you undergo the training, you should be able to teach formally at Pyramid Valley or any of the meditation centers, right? So otherwise, if you want to teach to a circle of people, your friends and everybody, that's fine. But if you want to teach formally at a school, at a meditation center, this is what we suggest. There are teachers training, meditation teachers training courses available at PSSM Global as well as the Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Nice, thanks for your feedback. Okay, let's take a couple of questions on the chat window before we go. If none of the techniques like labeling, counting, and do not work, kindly let us know what we can do. So I think these are the basic techniques. It is, this will work. Only thing is it's a question of application. It's a question of discipline. It's a question of focus. Those will work. All right. And yeah, the video is basically you can search for Nirvana Shatakam on by Deva Premal on YouTube, but I'll pass the link. How to increase our energy level, we spoke about it. Yeah, right food, again, there are a lot of resources available on right sattvic food for meditation. We hear a lot about manifestation, other programs. What's the relation between manifestation and meditation? As I mentioned in the chart, continuous practice of meditation increases your awareness, level of your awareness to the state of be, have, and do, right? Or be, do, have. So that is what is manifestation about. Manifestation is when you start feeling, when you are getting rid of your past programming and you start just by an intention. You are at a level of consciousness, you think of something and that kind of manifests. You feel something that kind of manifests. You need to. So the connection between meditation and manifestation is continuous practice of meditation increases the level of your energy and consciousness to that extent where you're able to easily manifest things. Manifestation is nothing but things happening without too much of your pain or effort, right? When in a normal material linear thinking model, we know that we have to do 10 steps to achieve something or do something, right? Like even Krishna says, let go of the outcome. Letting go is number one. And then depending on the level of our consciousness, instead of, you don't need to do the 10 things to achieve. You'll probably get the same thing in some form by doing 3 things. That is also manifestation, because you manifested that without the effort that goes in normally into that particular activity. A lot of body sensation, tingling flow, and full body. Yes, ma'am. So we spoke about the experiences in meditation, I believe, yesterday. So all these are common experiences. It is a sign that you are progressing and increasing your awareness. Monthly sessions in Kannada, please look at the Pyramid Valley website. And homework, last thing. Oh, sorry. So we forgot about the looking at the homework. So yesterday, how many of you were able to do the homework, the 5 whys? And I hope you were able to do the homework. I know the last 3 days, there was less response to the homework because it involves the mind and thinking and feeling. So were you able to find the root cause for some of your suffering or pains? The 5 whys. Why are you thinking that way? Why are you feeling the way you think when you think that way? Why and why? Wonderful. So good. I mean, if you're open to sharing, you could do your sharing. But then, yes, all these exercises can be repeated any time during your course, right? You can. And the good thing is, again, my dear friends, so you have the techniques, you have the videos. If any of you want the slides, you can write to me on my email. I'll share the slides. And you are following the technique, right? So please, you are open. Once you're ready to start telling other people, you can start teaching this practice to other people in your family, in your locality, right? So that just like the way we are sharing the wisdom, only if the 100 or 150 people who've been attending this program, if you are able to spread it to 10 more people, that would be the brilliant. That would be wonderful. That is what Patriji wants. Right? So you have the tools, you have the techniques, you have the wisdom. If you have the inclination for a committed practice, you're confident about talking about to other people, then so be it. Please go ahead. You have the resources. Please, you can start teaching in your school, in your family, in your class, just the practice of meditation. All right. So we'll take 3 more this thing. So Sunita, madam. Yes, madam, can you please unmute yourself?
मुझे नमस्कार जी, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा। मैं जबकि हिंदी मीडियम से हूँ, ज्यादा समझ नहीं सकी, फिर भी मैंने पूरी कोशिश करी और मैं आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में जुड़ना चाहूँ ताकि मैं और आगे बढ़ सकूं। मुझे काफी अच्छे एक्सपीरियंस भी हुए। मैं पहले माइंड बड़ा घूमता था, वो सब अब मैं इजीली कर सकी। तो मुझे आगे बढ़ने के लिए अपने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप से जोड़ना आपके।
वंडरफुल मैम, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपकी शेयरिंग के लिए। एंड या सो मैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का लिंक अभी डालता हूँ चैट ग्रुप में। लेट मी चेक द ईमेल। सो आप उधर से वो लिंक स्विच ऑन कीजिए। यू कैन शेयर द जॉइन द ग्रुप।
मुझे ज्यादा कंप्यूटर भी नहीं आता। मैं 60 अबव हूँ, मेरे एज।
जस्ट वो लिंक दबाइए, you'll be अभी व्हाट्सएप में एक दूसरा ग्रुप जाएगी और
अच्छा, उसी ब्रेथ बाय ब्रेथ वाले ग्रुप में।
ब्रेथ बाय ब्रेथ वाले ग्रुप में है आप ऑलरेडी?
हाँ, ग्रुप में हूँ मैं। ग्रुप
हाँ,
में
ठीक है। सो वो काफी है, वो काफी है। हाँ, तो बाद में पिरामिड वैली ग्रुप में ज्वाइन करना है तो पिरामिड वैली वेबसाइट में जाके ग्रुप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर सकते हो। बट ये काफी है मैडम। मेरा
इसमें
नंबर भी
आपके
है।
पता है, इसमें
मेरा
मेरे
नंबर
को
भी है।
आपका नंबर नहीं पता। नंबर आप प्लीज एक बार बोल दीजिए, मैं अभी वो कर लेती।
नहीं, उसमें आप क्या है, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप लिस्ट में जाके देखिए, वो आएगा, बताता हूँ।
ठीक है, ठीक है, थैंक यू।
नंबर भी डालता हूँ इधर।
हाँ, नंबर भी डाल दीजिए।
Okay.
Thank you.
So yes, thank you, ma'am. Namaskar. Yes, we have Apurva, ma'am. Please unmute, madam.
Namaste, sir. Thank you very much.
Namaste, ma'am.
It was fantastic, and we're very grateful for what was offered the last few days. So this physical sensations that we feel in our body is very distracting. It just brings you back, and it takes you to bounces you back to an emotion, and from emotion again you try to get back to breathing, and then again it takes you through that sense. Is that the only way to go about it, or is there a way to stop it?
Yes, good question, ma'am. As we saw, all these are part of the process, right? So there are those energy blocks that are that are causing those sensations or any of those emotional reactions, right? So this is like they say, right? What do you say? Churning of the ocean. I don't know, there's a Hindi phrase, right? So when you are going through the practice, there is the churning of the ocean that has where all the alahal, the poisons come out, right? So similarly, this is what happens. Those cleansing of emotions and senses are a good thing to happen because they are part of the process. You have to allow it to happen, right? So if they are distracting, it will happen for 2-3 days, whatever. If it is too distracting, the secret here is for you to focus on the sensations, right? You welcome the sensations, you observe this instead of your breath, you can start focusing on the sensations, right? Be it pain, be it good or bad sensation, and over time it will die down. But the sensations happening is a positive sign that your awareness is changing. So changing for the better.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So yes, Sayantan sir, did you have another question? Your hand raised from the beginning.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I have a couple of questions more. So you've been taking the stillness retreat at the Pyramid Valley for a few years now, and you also take the breath by breath. So my first question is how different is the stillness retreat than the breath by breath sessions that you take online?
Stillness retreat is a residential retreat where you practice for a long time. So there are only instructions given on the first day. Whatever we cover in this 11 days, right? We talk about those things, and you have an instructor available at all time. So it is 5 days of silence, more hours of meditation every day, just 2 hours of guided meditation and sessions, and then there is seva. So it allows you to practice meditation for longer time away from home, full focus. Right, and then there is guidance on some guided meditation and things like that, and you do it in silence. So it's more focused and dedicated time being spent on being with your breath.
Thank you, sir. And my second question is, one of the masters here asked about the teacher training through you said through PSM Global we can do that. If somebody from the Pyramid Valley team can please share a link, I would be very
Sure. I think last time, sometime you also asked, right? I mean, you or someone asked in one of the earlier sessions on this. Okay, so we'll try and get it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, so we have one more hand, Vanishri madam.
Yeah, namaste, sir.
Okay.
Sir, very much gratitude to you. I felt really very even मैं पहले भी करती थी सर मेडिटेशन, मतलब ऐसे ही मेरी अपने से करती थी, पर इतना ये नहीं हो पाता था. पर अभी तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सर, मतलब बहुत मतलब कैसे करना है ये अभी मैं सीख गई. पहले ऐसे लगता था कि ये ब्रीथिंग पे करने से क्या फायदा है, क्यों ये ब्रीथिंग बोल रहे हैं, ऐसे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. पर इस सेशन में मुझे वो क्लियर हो गया कि क्यों ब्रीथिंग करना है, क्योंकि ऐसे तो हमने सुना था कि भगवान के नाम पे करना है ये सब कुछ, तो ये फायदा है. तो फिर नाम छोड़ के ये तो ब्रीथिंग के कर रहे हैं, तो फिर क्या फायदा हो सकता है, ये समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था. फिर आज तो बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आया. बाद में अपने शंकराचार्य का एक अपने निर्वाण तो भेजे, उसमें से तो मुझे अभी बहुत सारा क्लियर हो गया कि ओके, मैं ऑब्जर्वर हूँ, मैं कॉन्शियस हूँ, मुझे तो क्या सब एक ही है. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि ये भगवान वो भगवान, सब एक ही है. मतलब है दुनिया में एक ही, दैट इज कॉन्शियस एंड वी आर द ऑब्जर्वर. तो ये अच्छी से मुझे समझ में आ गया सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दैट सर। और एक प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना सर, मैं जब भी मेडिटेशन में जाती हूँ तो मुझे यहाँ पे दर्द होता है सर, ये और यहाँ पे, ये इसकी वजह से मैं ज्यादा कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पा रही हूँ।
तो मैडम फर्स्ट बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, मेरा जन्म धन्य हो गया आज, आपका मैसेज, आपका लाइफ मैसेज मिल गया। सो क्यों ये सब करना है। सो और ये सेंसेशन एट एनी पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी जहाँ भी होता है ना, सो अगेन पूरा हमारा मैं पहले बोला हूँ ना, लाइक हमारा बॉडी में पूरा नाडीज है। सो नाडीज में जहाँ कभी थोड़ा ब्लॉकेज होता है, थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा सेंसिटिवनेस होता है, वो होता आ रहा है। सो अभी मेरा कहने का ही, डोंट अटैच मीनिंग, उसका कोई अर्थ नहीं ढूंढिएगा, राइट। अभी सेंसेशन है, सेंसेशन है, फील पूरी तरह कॉन्शियस अवेयरनेस से फील कीजिए, उसके बाद वो चली जाए, राइट। सो
नहीं सर, मैंने तो सोचा था कि अगर मैं रॉन्ग कर रही हूँ शायद इसलिए मुझे यहाँ पे पेन हो रहा है, ऐसे कुछ नहीं है ना सर?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं। सो पेन, जब कभी आप वो पेन फील कर रहे हैं, या दो सॉल्यूशंस है। एक तो बार बार ब्रिंग योर अवेयरनेस बैक टू योर ब्रेथ, राइट। अभी वो पेन कॉन्स्टेंटली बहुत दर्द हो रहा है, आपको ब्रेथ मेडिटेशन करने नहीं देता है, बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्टिंग है, तो उसके ऊपर कॉन्सेंट्रेट कीजिए, ब्रेथ को छोड़ के, राइट। सो उधर इस एरिया, जस्ट लाइक हमने इधर इधर फोकस किए थे, उधर फोकस कीजिए। सो थोड़ी देर के बाद वो रिलीज हो जाएगी, राइट। सो एनर्जी फ्लोज वेयर अटेंशन गोज। जहाँ कभी, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा था, जहाँ किसी को लेग पेन है, नी पेन है, वो बहुत पेन हो रहा है, तो फोकस योर अटेंशन देयर, तो वो चली जाएगी, राइट। सो दैट इज इट। सो नथिंग, एज लॉन्ग एज अभी ये प्रैक्टिस, ये टेक्निक्स वगैरह फॉलो कर रहे हैं, तो बिल्कुल ओनली टेक्निक कॉन्शियस ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ योर नेचुरल ब्रीदिंग, दैट इज ऑल।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
ऑलराइट, थैंक यू। All right, we have Mr. Rajesh Saipat.
Yes, sir. Once again, deep breath. Hello.
One second. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Once again, deep gratitude to you. I have attended a few programs in the past also, and it has really benefited. I have two questions. You were to recommend some books. I have read a couple of them, like Breath by Breath, and you were suggesting some books by Joe Dispenza. Kindly put it on the WhatsApp group. And my second question is that, is it better to do regular practice with the music or without the music, and with the instruction or without the instruction?
Good question. Yes, we will put the first. Thank you very much, sir. You've been a very passionate advocate and champion of Pyramid Valley programs and breath meditation. Really, I love seeing you very often in our programs. Appreciate it. And I will share a list of books in the WhatsApp group. And then focusing the instructions and music are just a tool, just an aid. Right? At some point, you can drop them out. They are not necessities. They are just for people who are beginning to practice, who want to know what the practice are. Just a constant reminder whenever their attention goes to the thought. Right? That is the only reason. That is the only reason for all guided meditation. But ultimately, when we are able to sit anywhere, sit in the car, sit in an airport lounge, or sit somewhere, just observing your breath, that is good enough. You don't need music. You don't need instructions, right? So that is the beauty of this very natural practice. So they're all just tools. You don't need them.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we do not have any more questions on the this window, but okay, so I'll share the PPT slides. Wonderful. So wonderful, my dear friends. Any specific questions on the practice, we are always welcome to address your questions on the practice, because that is what we want you to do. And you are all on the WhatsApp group. Please continue to pose your valid questions on the WhatsApp group. And again, let's follow the essential agreements of the WhatsApp group, no forwards or whatsoever. So please use the community, use the WhatsApp group to share any specific experiences or ask any specific questions. right? So we will be there to always answer your questions. So with that, let's call this 11-day breath by breath inner journey to stillness program let's call it to a close. And thank you very much. I hope all of you continue with the practice of breath mindfulness meditation or breathfulness meditation. And I hope to see you on another Pyramid Valley program soon, or definitely I would love to see you in one of the retreats that we host physically in Pyramid Valley. So all that we are doing is for you and each one of us, because we don't consider you as separate from us. And that is what the essence of today's teaching. We're all one consciousness. With that, have a nice, wonderful day and enjoy the experience of breathfulness in your everyday life, my dear friends. Thank you. See you later.